And I'll show you guys why I was like hesitant to go into this room earlier. Because I was like, oh, we're supposed to go here later. No, we were supposed to go there then. But there's more stuff we can do now. So if you guys remember those enemies I was talking about, we can actually take care of those now. So lock onto them, use your boomerang, and it'll, I guess, like ground them up or uproot them. There you go. That's a good word for it. And it'll also bring up all the other tiles as well. But once you get them up, they really can't. I don't think they can do much damage to you. You just kind of kill them. They're pretty easy. See, and a lot of times you just knock them into the water, then they won't be a problem anymore. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so I recommend killing all these guys just so you don't happen to be unlucky and like run into them. So if you're from a distance, there you go. I actually happen to bring up 2 at once. If you're from a distance, you can they'll come up and you can spot them and then you can attack them. So let's kill you guys really quick. If you don't kill them quickly enough, they will get up and they can do damage to you now, I believe. Let's see. I don't believe they go back into the ground, or do they? Yeah, they go back into the ground. I totally didn't know that. I guess I've always just killed them to where like never had a chance to go back into the ground. But yeah, they totally will if you don't kill them fast enough. Also, another thing. If you notice that platform came down while I was in the middle of killing those guys, that's because I blew out this torch. So now that we have the yellow boomerang, we can blow out fires. It's not like Link couldn't just get some water or blow them out himself with his breath. No, he needed a boomerang to do it. So now we can do that. And right over here we get our second piece of the heart of the dungeon, or second piece of heart of the dungeon, and that's our last one for this time. I don't believe anything happened. No, if you blow that out, it'll just, I guess, like light again. All right, let me see. Anything else we can do in here? I do not believe so. So let's be on our way. And again, there are a few other places we can go back to and get some stuff done that we weren't able to do earlier. But this room is taken care of. So let me think. I've already talked about what I'm gonna do today. Oh, so my mom and my sister went down to the beach for spring break. My dad, he doesn't like going to the beach. He really not going to the beach at all, but he definitely doesn't like going to spring break. He's like, I don't see the point of that because the water's too cold and blah, 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 blah. Like, who wants to go to the beach during spring break? The water's too cold. So my mom and my sister went down. I wasn't able to go down because I had work. Let me see. What room is this? I totally forgot. So yeah, I wasn't able to go down, but they went together. They're coming back now. I got a text from her earlier, actually, saying that she was on her way home, or that they were on their way home. And the house is a wreck. They left it, like where they left, it was filthy. And my dad and I haven't made it any better since they've been gone, so probably gonna try to pick up a little bit before they get home, just because if my mom gets home and sees the house, she'll have a heart attack. She'll stress out a lot, so. Let's see, there's this room right over here. Actually, I believe that's where I just came back from, so we don't need to worry about that quite yet. Let's see, we went there. Okay, yeah, I believe we're good. Now we're gonna go back to, not the main hub of the dungeon, but I guess like the center room, this room right over here, which you guys will see what I'm talking about in a moment. And I also need to get done, like I said earlier, my spring break homework. The only 2 classes that I have that I actually really have to work for, or do any work outside of class for, are my English 3 class and my American Government and Economics class. And I do have homework, like spring break work for both of those. So what you want to do is you don't want to lock onto the item itself, but you're going to want to lock onto the web that's holding it, and you can actually knock these items down. See, I don't believe I locked onto that one over there, but let's see. There you go. And most importantly, you'll knock down the chest. And after you blow out that torch right there, blow out one of the torches, like those panels come back down, and we'll be able to get whatever's behind there. You can just get it when you're coming in. By the way, you got the compass. There you go. It'll help you find treasure chest. Well, if it isn't something useful. As long as you have that, you should be able to find where those captured monkeys are, right? Really? Yeah. If you look at the map, like little monkeys will appear, so that actually does kind of help us out a little bit. But you could get this when you're originally first coming in. But what you want to do is kill this enemy right over here. I really need to learn their names. I mean, it's really hard for me just to learn all the names of enemies in Zelda. I mean, there's something. I mean, the reoccurring enemies, yeah, it's easy to learn their name, like like Dekubabas and Bokoblins, etc. And Keese, but not the enemies that are like special to one game, like these guys. There you go, you got 20 rupees. So you don't really need to go out of your way for that, but it's something, I guess. If you're trying to get a lot of rupees, yeah, that could help you. All right, let me see. So we do not need to go that way quite yet, I don't believe. Actually, no, we are going to go this way. Now that we have our new item for the dungeon, there's something we can do. But another thing that I'll kind of talk about is, I've been talking about this. I talk about this a lot in my videos, so I apologize for being repetitive. And I've talked about it in the past few videos as me learning Japanese, like I have been for a couple years now. I feel like I've been making a lot of progress recently, which is nice. And I've been talking to my parents about going on exchange again as a foreign exchange student to Japan. For those of you guys who don't know, I actually went as a foreign exchange student last summer for only 6 weeks, though. It wasn't exactly all that I wanted. Like, I wanted more, I guess. So I plan to go back. Or, I mean, I will go back definitely eventually, but I hope to go back for a full year during high school before I graduate. I'm a sophomore, by the way, in high school, so 16. You got the big key. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to know exactly what you need to do right here. So you see like the 4, I'm gonna call them windmills just for the sake of not knowing their name. These 4 windmills right here, you can see the pattern that you're supposed to activate them through. So if you do that, you'll get the big key. It's called the big key in this game, as well, and it was called the big key in Wind Waker as well, but I just call it the boss key, just being a force of habit. And it's kind of weird because Wind Waker was the first Zelda game that I ever played, and Twilight Princess was one of the first as well. So it's kind of weird that I used boss key. I think I used boss key because my brother always used boss key. Anyways, I need to explain this right here. So, if you're playing the Wii U version of this game, you found the stamp for the Hyrulean letter A. Check out your stamps on your collection screen. So this is a new collectible only for the Wii U version of this game. If you're playing in the GameCube version or the Wii version of this game, I believe you just find rupees in this treasure chest. But here, we find the letter A. So yeah, and it'll kind of bring it up on our menu. Hylian letter A. So yeah, you'll get the Hylian letters, so to speak. It's not really, I mean, obviously, this is my first time playing through this version of the game, being that it's pretty new. It's like a month old, actually. Not thinking about it, wow, it's the remake of this game came out a month ago. That's my first time playing through. So, I don't believe there's anything really special about that collectible besides it just being a collectible for stamps. But if you want to look up more information about it, feel free to do so. I can't provide that to you, however. I'll probably look up some more information about that after I record this video. Probably should have done it before, but oh well. Alright. Continue onward. This way. And let me see, I believe we've gotten 4 monkeys, I think, or 4 or 5. We have a few more than we need to get. Wrong room, actually. Okay, here we are. We weren't able to, actually, no, excuse me, I was about to be like, oh, we weren't able to go across here earlier. Well, yeah, we were. I thought there was 2 of those right there. See, can we beat the monkey to the door? Can we beat the monkey to the door? No, we can't. The monkey's actually pretty fast. Bob 3.0, I'm gonna call him. Oh yeah, this is the room that we weren't able to go through earlier, but now that we have this, we can. So earlier we were relying on the natural winds to blow the bridges across for us, but now we can do it artificially. So the monkey's like, come on, follow me, but no, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna force you to go into battle, monkey. Yeah, and you're gonna keep trying to run that way, and now you're just gonna be terrified. Okay, let's kill these guys really quick. See, you're dead, and kill you. There you go. Easy enough. Actually, ending blow. There you go. So you need a key for that door right over there. You don't need to put this one for this one right here. So let's go through here really quick. We're gonna have to come back to that door over there that requires a key because we won't be able to get the key in this room. So I'll have to come back. But I just kind of feel like getting this one right now. Also, again, keep watching out for the drool because oh, actually, oh goodness, that kind of terrified me. Actually, I forgot there's 2 spiders in this room. Let me see. I'm gonna wait for you to attack us. There you go. And there you go. 3 jump attacks is what it takes to kill you. Alright. And actually, I'll take that hard. But yeah, there's 2 in this room, so be careful for that. I recommend just shooting them off the ceiling with the slingshot. There you go. Attack. Actually, yeah, for these enemies, I recommend just kind of holding up your shield until they go up into, like, I guess, offensive mode, or until they go up into, like, into the position of attacking. Offensive position? I don't know. But until, like, until they open themselves up to be attacked, I recommend just using your shield. But yeah, and also I recommend killing those guys first. If you come right over here, I believe this is the one that we need to take care of. Light that up. And we will fall right here. So, actually, my first time playing through this game, this room really confused me. Because I was always trying to figure out how exactly you're supposed to get the monkey. Because if you look around down there, you see those plants that you can blow things up with. So I thought like you were supposed to use the Go Boomerang, and that you were supposed to use it to blow up the cage the monkey was in. So like I always like try to do that like from down here. Like I would always try to like aim the Gale Boomerang at the enemy and then like at the cage, but it never works, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like go to the top and find the right hole to drop into and burn up the cobwebs and then just fall in. Now, since we fell through that hole originally, and since like okay, if you go through any of the other holes up through the ceiling, you fall down through those, you'll just land down here. But since we went through the right one, I don't know if there's any point in killing this guy. No, there wasn't, besides just getting 20 rupees. But okay, whatever. At least I can show that off. Let's see, is there anything else to do down here? Nope. Alright, let's go. But yeah, I always spent a lot of time in this room. Like, I could not figure out, like, how are you supposed to get that monkey? And so, like, I looked at him like, oh, you just drop down through the ceiling. Yeah, I wasn't really that smart my first time playing through this game. Alright, let's see. And also, you can knock down these pots as well if you want to. You can get items from those, but it's not really something that appeals to me, or something that I need, rather. Let's see another way to let that monkey out. He's out. Or she, or whatever. But yeah, we'll have to come back for that door right over there later. I probably should have gotten this monkey later, but oh well, I get the monkey now, so let's just continue onward. But the program that I'm wanting to go on exchange with is Rotary, because, so, like I said, I went to Japan for 6 weeks as a foreign exchange student last summer. Really quick, I'll talk about that in a moment. This is I guess, kind of the main hub of the dungeon right here. I don't know, this is kind of late. This room is kind of late in the dungeon for it to be the main hub, but it's definitely an important room. I guess in order for us to check out the temple out completely, we need to help with the monkeys. Well, let's get the rest of them. Yep, okay. So I recommend just keeping an eye on your, I really recommend just keeping an eye on your map, and the compass really does help as well. So for like most dungeons in Zelda, I don't really bother getting the compass in the dungeon map, and because, I mean, I don't really feel like I need them that much, but I feel like the dungeons in this game can get rather difficult. In fact, everyone talks about the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time being the hardest dungeon in the Zelda series. I think the two hardest for me are Lakebed Temple from this game. It's the third temple in this game. And Great Bay Temple from Majora's Mask. Those two temples, goodness, those always cause me a lot of trouble. So, but we don't have to worry about that temple till later. But my point is that the temples in this game are, at least in my opinion, rather difficult. So I always do actually get the compasses for compasses in the map for this, for the dungeons of this game. Which, by the way, you could just lock onto those enemies if you wanted to, but I apparently just felt like using motion controls. But yeah, take care of those, because if you don't, you try to climb up, they will attack you, and it will not be fun. So glad they fixed the climbing in this game. It's so much quicker now. It's so nice. Because I remember I just like keep holding up the analog stick and like, oh, finally I'm up. It's like, how nice. Okay. Also, another thing is when you're trying to attack enemies that are, I guess, like on the wall like this, like these spiders in particular, if you try to shoot, you always aim a little bit below, but if you back up while you're shooting, you usually can get them that way. I don't know why. That's just something small that I've noticed. It's helped me out. I've always had to do that in order to kill these guys with a slingshot without aiming in first person. Speaking of looking in first person, so I believe it was a few videos ago that I was like, how do you look in first person in this game? Like, I don't know, like, or in this remake. And I was talking to my friend Sound of Darkness the other day, and he told me that if you're playing on the Wii U version of this game and you're playing on the gamepad, if you press in the right analog stick, you can look in first person, which is pretty cool. So yeah, now I know. There you go. So I'll do that in the future. Let's kill you. Please. There you go. Fantastic. I ran out of things to talk about. Let's see this room. But yeah, I believe we're getting pretty close to the end of this dungeon. Oh no, there's two of you. Okay, again, I do not recommend jump attacking these guys. I recommend after you slice them off in the bodies, just use your shield and then just stab them. It's the best way to kill them. Because if you try to jump, they'll attack you in midair and they'll munch on your legs forever. Okay, that guy right over there. Let's see. We're gonna need a bomb. What you're gonna want to do? Lock on that guy right there. He'll bring you the bomb. And just go through it right over here. That guy will eat it. And you're all good.